Hello and welcome to The Good, The Bad and The What The Fucks for John Cusack, Volume 4? Maybe it's 4. It's not 5 yet. Maybe it's 5. Don't know. I'll know by the time the credits are due. Right, John Cusack movies. I've collected a few recently. I've recently just done the Eddie Murphy one, so this is the one after Eddie Murphy. I've just watched The Grifters. I bought this brand new. This is 101 Black Label, and it's their first entry. They've done stuff like Trespass, Howard the Duck, more recently like The New Kids, and even ones like Second Sight. Yeah, they did Second Sight recently. All I get with on this is a booklet. I'm going to start not trusting my friend Mark Abbott, also known as Casper, because every time Casper says like it's a film's worth buying, I get stuff like Jeremiah Johnson, where it has that massive intro start the movie and I can't hear fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's just going on for fucking ages, and then this is what happened to him. See, I've watched this and like it starts off quite quirky. It is obviously a production of Martin Scorsese, Annette Bening, who obviously you can see in that movie why she was going to be Catwoman. Angela Hudson as well, and John Cusack. Got a fucking offbeat. I mean, it's got an offbeat cue for a start. It's got a bit of a noir thing going down for it. It's all about hustling, really, hustling with money and stuff like that. And it shows you these three different people, and John Cusack and her are like mum and dad. She's the boyfriend, and Annette Bening just willing to bear all. It's pretty violent. It's got a few people you recognise from other films in it, and small little roles. But when it comes to John Cusack, it's like, what the fuck's going on? Because apparently he's having sex with his mother, and then it's just fucking weirdness, and it doesn't really go anywhere, and the music just creeps along. And I was just started watching it last night, and I fell asleep. Woke up, and I've just watched it, recapped it for about 20 minutes before I fell asleep, really got into the story, and I was just like, what the fuck? Because it just bleakly ended there. So straight off the bat, that's a bad one. I didn't enjoy it, but it is part of the collection. As I say, I've got a few of them 101s. The next one's got to be Tapeheads, because that was the one I was originally going to start with. So that's next. And if you're wondering what the copyright claim is, I've probably got in this video. It's because Brittany's finally watching Jurassic Park 3 for the first time. So yeah, welcome to The Good, The Bad and The What The Fucks for John Cusack. I think it's volume 4, could be number 5, but welcome. Wow, just wow. So this is one of the good things about The Good, The Bad and The What The Fucks. The rediscovery and first discovery of films you've never seen. Now, The Grifters was something I'd never seen before, and I really, really didn't enjoy it. And Tapeheads was what I was going to watch first. Now, I seen this back in the day in Morrison's for £1, and I was meant to buy it, and I did a whole laugh. Forgot about it, went, fuck. Went back, and it wasn't there. I was like, fuck. And it's John Cusack and Tim Robbins. Obviously, Tim Robbins pops up in High Fidelity. Him and John Cusack are absolutely on the same level on this. The backwards alphabet, the fucking crazy hand dance to do. I've sat there and I've absolutely enjoyed this movie. It is not packaged well at all. I mean, this deserves to see the light of day. I know stuff like Sure Thing and stuff that will be coming along on the countdown, probably the next one, or up for anniversary releases. But this, absolutely class. Bodcat Goodworth's in this. When he was on the TV, he's doing an advert, he's just talking almost like, that's Bobcat. I said, fucking hell. Forgot to mention Jeremy Piven, who's in a lot of John Cusack movies like One Crazy Summer and stuff, is in Grifters. He's one of the sailors on the boat. But I've really, really enjoyed this. It literally looks really badly transferred onto DVD. But the story is two friends. One of them, Tim Robbins, is massively into video editing, and they're both working security guards. They have this fucking crazy outlandish party. And Toys borrows it from this, I think, making a crazy music video of security. And they both get fired. And they both try to get into film production. John Cusack being the producer, Tim Robbins being the creative control stuff. And the first music video they get is just this German band with these big wigs. They've got no budget, it's all on spec. And John Cusack sitting in the background, how we're going to do this. Start jucking buckets of paint on top of them while they're fucking rocking out and that. And it's just fucking hilarious. They're then going to try and do a better music video than fail. But some of the ideas, again, the chicken adverts, fucking absolutely insane. Brilliant 80s humour. Great though to show you how people wanting stuff done, even like the guys taking jobs to recording people's wills and moving his mouth and stuff, just been fucking howling at it. And the idea as well, the foreshadowing of the meeting the icons and then coming back forward, and just, oh man, just absolutely love this film. No idea why it's done with tape reels and that. But yeah, totally really badly cropped it out. But when it comes to John Cusack, fucking golden. Would be a what the fuck, because you think, what the fuck's going on in this movie? But nah, just so much going on. The guy who, the FBI guy who comes to get him, find out his mum's dead in Grifters, is in that as well. So it's like that small close group quiche. Fuck what I said. But now, feel good movie, nostalgia. That's something that needs to be on Arrow, but again, it's already been dipped out. I mean, even the idea that they put the 15 over the fucking credits, it just put it up there. You know what I mean? But no, that was absolutely class. Bill Fishman did a great job of that. But again, the whole idea of them, especially with my background, with when you want to get into music videos, and like before the days of like going up to bands like Stomp 66 or Laconia and stuff, you've got to start somewhere. Normally, this day and age, the best way to start is film live bands and then try and put the track to it, and that helps you like go right when he's out of time, we'll cut it there when he's out of time, replace it with another scene, and you're getting it there. But again, the craziness and like in how you want to go out there and come up with crazy concepts. Again, back in the 80s, the MTV, massive establishment. The idea of bands doing recognition and doing adverts of TV, it's fucking class. Like, I absolutely just adored Tapeheads. It's probably going to be the golden gem. I'll have to track that down on VHS. Hopefully it's been on VHS. It needs to be in my collection. It's one I've never seen, and I'm proud to say, I'm gutted to say I've never seen it because I'm a big John Cusack fan, but it's fucking class. Fucking class. Right, back for the next one. Right, yes, I've got no top one. It is one of the hottest days of the year. The fan is on in the background. I'm sorry, I'm not cooling this down for love nor money. Money for Nothing is the third entry in John Cusack. It's the third film back to back. It's been a bit of a marathon. I've literally, in the stint I've had a couple of beers. The stint of doing Tapeheads and the Grifters, and this I've edited the Eddie Murphy. Got the bad what the fucks. So this is came out, and I remember this being trailered back in the day, and I remember briefly seeing it. It's an iconic cover. John Cusack owning loads of money. Massive cast. Michael Madsen's in it. Worked with Michael before. He's awesome. Guy from Sopranos is in it. Debbie Mez is in it. There's a lot of famous people. Michael Rappaport. So basically, John Cusack and Michael Rappaport find some bags of federal money that fell off the back of a car. And John Cusack wants to keep it. Michael Rappaport wants fuck all to do with it. So John Cusack takes it home, tries to hide it, doesn't really flaunt it. There's a first ever sex scene I think I've seen. Debbie Mazer, full bear, John Cusack having sex. So what the fuck? That's new. It's no point comedy. It's just a drama about what you would do if you would find money. It's quite grounded. Michael Madsen's the police officer in charge of tracking it down. You know, does people know? Has he slipped up? It just really flows on. It's quite, I mean, John Cusack rocking his hair like Corbin Dallas by the end of it. 97 minutes. It's not really like, not really grabbing. Not a laugh out loud comedy. It's more about like, you know, friendship. Bello Di Toro's in this as well in a really young role. He launders the money with the mob, has sex with Debbie Mazer and loads of money. And I just kind of think, what would you do if you found the money but then trying to get away with it, you know what I mean? Again, before the era of social media, how do you hide it, how do you launder it? And that's the story they went for. So it's quite like a drama one. I mean, Cusack's done a lot of dramas. In this one, you're probably going to find films like Max, Money Station, Number Station. Quite a few in the room to watch through. City Hall maybe's in there as well. I bought a few off Music Magpie, but this is just really just flowed along the background, following the story. It's quite funny when he falls out the attic. You know, he tries to hide it on the toilet, floods the toilet, and tries to put it in the attic and falls through the roof. And you think, well, you know, that's it. But I would put it in the bad category because it's not like jumped out and went, oh, that's fucking, what the fuck is Brit watching in the room? Like, it's not in the what the fucks, because I mean it's a legit story. It's grounded and stuff like that. It's got a bit of a upbeat score to it, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I was really looking forward to it, and I would say I was disappointed with it. So there's 3 John Cusack films that I've like never seen. But yeah, let's see what the next one is. Okay, welcome to entry number 4 for John Cusack. 4th film in 24 hours. As one of the last films I watched last night was Money for Nothing, and this is another one I've seen it absolutely loads of times in video shops and stuff like that, but never really give it any kind of thought because I'm not a massive fan of Al Pacino. I have seen Carlito's Way recently. Scarface, you know, stuff like that. I respect Al Pacino. I've just never been a big fan of his work. I tried to watch one not long ago. I want to say it's called 88 Minutes. It was just Hangman was in the title. Just horrible. So anyway, Al Pacino, John Cusack, Bridget Fonda, and Danny Aldilio, mainly known from Hudson Hawk. Murder, corruption, cover-up, scandal. You just remember seeing this back in the day. Can John Cusack hold his own against Al Pacino? Yes, this film is proof. Comes along at the time there was a lot of political stuff like this. This has got to be like mid-90s, going to 96, yeah. Oh, fucking hell, don't forget about that coffee. I sprinted me as a coffee like an hour ago. Yep, definitely freezing cold, but I want to drink it anyway. But yeah, we had films like The Client, The Firm, Time to Live. There was a lot of big political, not like political, but like courtroom dramas, you know, kind of conspiracy and stuff like that. And this one's set in New York. Al Pacino's the mayor, so you know, Al Pacino's the mayor of New York. That's the setup of the movie, and it starts off pretty mental actually, because there's a guy you'll recognise. He's one of the other coppers from Bad Boys. He's been in quite a lot of movies. But anyway, he goes for a drug meet, kind of goes wrong. He gets shot. He shoots the guy who shoots him, but in the crossfire, the poor kid, when he's dad, the poor kid gets shot in the back. And it's like, oh, nightmare. It's wearing a yellow coat as well. So it's like, oh, it's well before it. Well, the remake of it. So anyway, like, it's all like hits the news, and John Cusack really in this movie is a spin doctor. He's like wag the tail, like, you know, he's going around going, right, we need to sort this out, sort out. He's Al Pacino's right hand man, and it's kind of like the mentors and all that kind of stuff, and that's where it goes along. So it opens up a kind of worms, you know, why was a guy out on patrol anyway? The judge gets investigated, but then the mob gets investigated, and that's pretty much it. A few people try to get killed in the cover-up or commit suicide, and it's one of those films where it's gathering energy and then just ends. Starts with John Cusack doing narration, ends with John Cusack doing narration. Again, I think a lot of people would have liked it, but when it comes to the good, the bad, and what the fuck, it's going to end up in the bad category. John Cusack can hold his own. And I'm not going to take anything away from John Cusack as an actor, but I like John Cusack in comedies, and you can kind of see, so I kind of can't... like, the thing is, would I recommend it? No. Like, if you want to know a little bit about it, Al Pacino's the mayor of New York, John Cusack's his right hand man, and there's a cover up. That's pretty much it. It's not really gritty, grounded. It seems to bleakly end at the end. So yeah, that was City Hall. As I say, it's 4 in a row I have never seen before. Absolutely buzzing about Tapeheads from last night. Like, Brittany came in and I was trying to explain to Brittany about Tapehead, and she was just like I said, just totally like loving Tapeheads. So yeah, entry number 4. Hopefully getting one out the way the next day or so. But yeah, see you in the next one. Okay, the next entry in the John Cusack's, The Good, the Bad and the What the Fucks, the one after City Hall, is John Cusack's newest film that I think might have appeared in the last John Cusack's at the very end. River Runs Red. It's one of them ones where it's got a nice... Look, it's nice and smoothy. Trey Diggs is in this, who I just remember from the guy from House on Haunted Hill. Like, I haven't seen him in much. And also has he bugged us all the way through it, but it actually is George Lopez, who's actually in Ski Patrol, one of my favourite films of the 90s. Needs a release at some form of Next Level Media. So yeah, this film is written and directed by Wes Miller. It's very grounded. So it starts off in Trey Diggs. He's a black guy going to college and he wants to be a lawyer. He's also going out with a Chinese lady who becomes his wife. They're struggling to raise a kid. He gets a little bit of a trouble then, fast tracks. And not only has he proceeded being a lawyer, he's now a judge and just laying down the law. Meanwhile, his wife is out there and his son's doing really well for himself as well. Now, a lot of people might like this because obviously the hate you give and stuff like that, a lot of controversy, especially what's been going on in the last like 6 months. But it's basically the son goes out, he goes to reach his wallet after getting pulled over. Cop jumps the gun, the kid gets shot. It's like, what? Didn't see that coming. John Cusack comes into this as Trey Diggs' best mate, but John Cusack's also a copper. John Cusack is rocking his black cap, his black coat, walking around like he was in like a few of the films he's done, like Southern Fury and fucking Drive Hard, whatever the fuck that one was called. But John Cusack's pretty good in it, you know. This is a more recent one. I mean, a hell of a jump from Tapeheads to this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but yeah. Anyway, so John Cusack's nice supporting character. He's kind of like, oh, tries to help his mate out because the justice system fails him. And Trey Diggs goes around and actually finds out this has actually happened to somebody else, George Lopez. But George Lopez didn't sit and do anything about it, and Trey Diggs is determined. Then there's a really hard bit because it's weird because you see two sides of a bed from a different angle, but never them two together as he has a conversation going into an argument with his wife, and his wife just shouts Chinese at him, and it's all subtitled, and it's quite a lot to take on. Took on that. I like the score in the background a bit. Bum bum. Some of the action in this, it's quite, I mean, it's not much action. There's a couple of car chase shootings and stuff. It's not like an action movie at all. But like, can the cop live with shooting him? One cop is just like, well, shit happens, and basically Trey Diggs goes, right, no, I'm going to become a vigilante. And he goes after them, and he takes Joe Pez along for the ride. And it's got like a surprising ending, actually. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be honest with you. It's not exactly a good film. It's not the what the fuck, so it's going to creep around the good, bad. But again, Cusack with his hat on, and John Cusack, so sneaks in there as well. One of the Hemsworths in there, Luke Hemsworth. It is a bit weird at the end when there's like a squad car of like they're all in the car. But I completely forgot about that. So yeah, after they've killed, spoiler alert, one of the guys, they're driving along and the coppers are all after them. John Cusack's got no option but to go right. He's lost his fucking marbles. We need to take him down. He's just fucking killed somebody. They pull up alongside this car, and at first you think it might be gang related, but then there's like two guys in the front and a girl in the back, but they're all like a narc group or something. So they end up speeding along. There's weird little intercuts, and there's a car crash, and they all end up running through this warehouse. And there's a guy with a red shirt on, and as he runs around the corner, Trey Diggs backhands him like with a massive fucking garbage can, and the guy does a 360 corkscrew, and I was like, what the fuck? This is so random. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, even the pan effect as well, like. But yeah, as I say, it wasn't amazing. It borderline the lines of bad. It's definitely not what the fuck, except for John Cusack's got that hat on. So you could have top 10 John Cusack movies where he's wearing that black cap. If you go back, I think it was maybe his number 2, and actually had the whole jacket on. I think they spent the whole review with glasses on and that. The hat will be buried in the fucking cupboard somewhere. I'm not digging that out just for this. But yeah, that was The River Runs Red. That's the second movie of the day. 5th John Cusack movie in 24 hours. And I might be able to get another one in, because Eddie Murphy's just rendered it in the background, so rocking on. Welcome back. 6 movies. 6, get the numbers right. And 24 hours still. I've just watched The Numbers Station. So, not even Liam's going to save this. So, Liam Cunningham's in this. I got to work with Liam a few years ago. He's an absolutely awesome guy. We had to borrow him from a film just to fill a couple of scenes up. Really, really funny. Like, hysterically funny. And Liam's in this. John Cusack, Number Station. Seen this around, it's got a Blu-ray release. I like the idea of walking and it looks like it rains, but it's a shadow of numbers. Man, like, oof. So, I mean, don't get us wrong, John Cusack overloaded today from City Hall to The River Runs Red, and now The Number Station. Total letdown. The whole Enigma code, tracking down the code, like, again, John Cusack playing a hitman, going back to Grosse Pointe Blank and stuff like that, sort of just fizzles away. Then they get stuck in this bunker, and that's it. Bad film. I know it's a harsh as fuck review, but I've literally sat there and gone, really, if anything's going to happen. There's a bit where you're not sure of, like, the listening to these numbers, and this stuff's going down there, and there's people hidden in there, and they kidnap them there, and it's all about cracking the numbers and writing it down, and it just abruptly ends at the end. I'm like, fuck. So yeah, that was a proper poop one. Sorry, Liam. But yeah, he's a poop. But again, can't be all good John Cusack films. Actually, Brittany's watching Tapeheads. She came in, she go, oh, is there anything I can watch? I was like, Tapeheads. Still talking about Tapeheads. Right, okay, so that's 4 John Cusack movies in a row. It's just gone 12:30 at night. Brit's watched Tapeheads. Brit will appear in the outtakes or of her review for Tapeheads. I've had a couple of beers. It's my last like main night off before I go back to work. That's decent. Been talking to P for a while. So yeah. Good God. I've just been showing P some clips from the past. Right, so I literally clicked on Amazon Prime. A big shout out to Brit's dad, John, because we're using his Amazon Prime in the house. Don't necessarily normally go on there. It's normally good to click on there and go, look at Fever Lake with Corey Haim. That's clearly a picture from License to Drive, and someone's zombified him, and that's like the cover for Fever Lake. It's been a couple of videos like that. But I've got films in there like Max, Must Love Dogs, which I want to watch with Brit, because it's just like, that's just got heartbreaking written all over it. There's stuff like The Great Piano, War Inc., stuff like that. So there's a few John Cusacks in there. And to be honest with you, I mean, I've recently been watching Tremors, and flicking through like Doing the Good, the Bad, and What the Fox. And I just clicked on Amazon Prime and just see what John Cusack movies there on there. And there was loads, and there was one called Adult World. Thank you, Heineken. And I went down the list and I said, oh, cool. One Crazy Summer's on there, but you've got to rent it. I was like, someone fucking released One Crazy Summer in the UK. One of John Cusack's best fucking movies. And I just clicked on Adult World, and to be honest with you, I've literally spent time editing that, and that is one of the best John Cusack films I've seen. And I know I've been raving on about tape heads. That is this class, because that is John Cusack. Fucking perfect. The movie's about a young, inspiring poetess. She's basically just coming into the world. She's getting the grips of the world. She's in university. She's spending her money trying to get published and stuff like that. And like the film we've watched recently called Fanatic, it's got a couple of similar scenes, but this is a couple of years old. This movie stars the guy who plays Quicksilver in the X-Men. It bugged us for a while who the fuck he was. I was going to recognise him. So basically, she rebels against her parents. She wants to be a poet, and she takes a job at a pawn shop, like a rental pawn shop, by the lass who's in a film with Corey Haim called Never Too Late. So yeah, fucking hell, you know, it's not like a cheap budget film. And what a heart. This film has had me laugh my head off, because it's so grounded. She basically wants to be a poet, and she goes to the signing to meet John Cusack, who's called Rat in the film. And she makes a fumble of it, and she goes, oh my god. And then she like literally tracks him down with a cross-dressing friend, and like a new friend she's found working in the pawn shop. So funny, so funny. It's the last from Where the Millers, and John Cusack sort of takes her under one, and I just absolutely love the film. John Cusack's fucking brilliant at it, but she's just like, you know, like down on her luck, and John Cusack just lives locally, big publicist. We'll take her on the wing, utilise it. Will she fall in love again in a world? It's that kind of film. Where it's so grounded, and I can't wait for Brit to see it. Again, it's like, I've just checked on it, and like, it's been released in the UK on DVD, so I will be tracking that down because I want that in my collection. But it's something that just flied me by, and when I originally clicked on it, it was like, Adult World, that'll be funny for a John Cusack Good, the Bad, and What the Fox. And it's a fucking brilliant film. Don't physically own it, but no. 4 John Cusack movies in a row. It's been editing all night as well, so if you've never heard of it, check it out. As I say, she like gets away, but there's a bit where just John Cusack just like, oh, just chucks like that, like, oh, brilliant, well done. Movie, right? I need to go back in. I'm not watching any more John Cusacks tonight. I'll watch something random, so I don't have to concentrate. Because when I'm trying to, like, I'm doing a music video here, and like you try and do that, and it's not too bad. Like, you can sound check or whatever you're doing. But like, I was paying attention to the movie, and I was like, pay attention, movie. And yeah, that was fucking brilliant film. Adult World. Next one. Right, finally got some use for this. Last night I watched 8 Men Out. Men Out of 8. Men 8 Out. Men 8 Out. Whoa. I think it's called 8 Men Out. John Cusack, 1988. John Cusack, Charlie Sheen, Christopher Lloyd, Mickey Rourke. A lot of familiar faces in this movie. D.B. Sweeney's in it as well. Had a bit of a run in the 90s, didn't he? Fire in the Sky. This one was on Netflix. Not many John Cusack films on Netflix, but as I say, it was just kind of like went from Adult World to this. Never seen it. Charlie Sheen looks like he's just came off or going into Platoon, that kind of era. I think it's a true story. Not that I've got much history about any kind of sports in the UK, never mind America. I know who Baby Ruth was from the Sandlot Kids as a kid. With Shoeless Joe and all that kind of stuff. It's baseball, set in the 1920s, and it's about a scandal, basically. Mickey Roker is the leader of the infiltration that the Black Sox are going to throw the World Series, and he starts like recruiting people in. There's it's not Kit Kat, but he looks at his Kit Kat's mate in Hudson Hawk. He's in that as well, and they go around. And John Cusack characters is like, nah, I'm not doing it. Nah, here's a problem. Every time he loses stuff, he loses his shit if he gets caught out. The funny story is I was thinking about revisiting Sneakers for a podcast, and then I was just laughing about obviously the blind guy, and he's actually in it. I was like, that's so weird. And then the kid from Drop Dead Fred's in this as well. Christopher Lloyd's in it, as I said before. But it's all about scandal, and it's all about like following them over the games as they're travelling, rumours going around, and like John Cusack's in on it. People like loose lip sync ships kind of thing, and it's the money's not there, the money's getting embezzled, and it's set in the 1920s. And it's all like it goes into court, and then John Cusack's like, I don't want to be tried, I never took a paycheck, and Charlie Sheen's quite funny in it. But again, just as I say, it's not a what the fuck movie. I mean, to be honest with you, if you think about Charlie Sheen, this is a very serious movie about baseball. It's serious as it would go on to be in Major League the year before, a year after, and then Major League 2 a couple of years later. It's well done because again, it's set in the 1920s. It's not like when you think about a movie now. We're lucky enough to have Beamish down the road. As I walk down Beamish, it's around that era. Hi, Carl. Fine, yeah. But obviously, again, the sets, the locations, the massive crowds they've got, because they're all like in all killing vintage clothing. Some of the neck colours are absolutely mental. But it went on for way too long. Like it was pushing over 2 hours. Brit clocked out. She was just on a phone. Because Brit's really been getting into John Cusack. We have bought tape heads on VHS. Back to tape heads. That's probably going to be an outtake now that comes. But I enjoyed it. But I said, at the start the credits are really weird. It's just the sky, and John Cusack names comes down because he gets top billing, and Charlie Sheen's about 4 or 5 down. But they start to come off, and then they're coming at the sides, and it's almost like someone's just like pulling this massive sheet, like old school, because it's like this weird yellow that hasn't aged very well. And this has been available on DVD. Again, there is still a handful of them in that room, like Max, like Must Love Dogs, War Inks in there, Runaway Jury's still in here. So there's still a few, but again, yesterday, literally had a bed day. Last day off before I go back to work, so I watched stuff like we watched that. I watched 2 episodes of High Score, which was really enjoying it. We watched Good Boys, watched that. We watched The Truman Show. We watched Rain of Fire, and then I started watching The Burbs again because I fucking love The Burbs. But yeah, as I say, I would put it. So as I say, it's not a bad movie, but it wasn't like a good movie on that, so it's going to be, again, it's one of the ones in the middle, and it'll probably fall in the bad category just for this. Right, see you in the next one. Camera's shaking. Hello. Right, okay, so this morning, I wasn't sure which John Cusack film to pick up and watch. Now, I have started recording the Corey Feldmans, The Good, The Bad, and The What The Fucks, and I need to double check to see if The Burbs was in the Arrows, because I've watched The Burbs in it as well. So this is the number 9th film for John Cusack, and I need to wait because I now have an outtake including tape heads. I can't do anything until the postman turns up. The postman today brought us Eddie Murphy's Metro and The Holy Man on DVD, so yeah, okay, a little bit of a catch up, speed up. Right, so okay, I've just watched The Grand Piano. I'm multitasking on 5 different computers here, one on my feet there, doing all this, and The Grand Piano has just absolutely captured us. This is one of the best John Cusack films I've seen in a long time. Not knowing anything about it, mainly judging it by its cover, by going, oh, be some kind of drama. I've got no interest in pianos, Elijah Wood, and surprisingly at the start, Alex Winter. who I don't think you could have a good, the bad, and the what the fuck, because Alex Winters went on to direct, not mainly act. So he was a really nice guy to meet in real life. And maybe one day I'll meet John Cusack. That'd be pretty cool. It'd be like Adult World, I'm chasing after John Cusack. No, but this come on. So take North, Elijah Wood, and he's basically not done anything for 5 years. This film borrows a lot from Phone Booth, some of the creators have buried. But Elijah Wood is basically got this big piano out of storage after this massive famous composer has died, and Elijah Wood is married to a famous actress, and Elijah Wood has got cold feet, or cold fingers in this case, about returning to the stage for the first time. And he basically get there, all security's checked in, score is set, the stage lights are up, he's about to play, and you notice there's someone written on his music cues, and he's basically told one wrong note and you're dead. And next thing you know, he sees like a sniper rifle, with a dot on him, and next thing you know, gets an earpiece, and that's when John Cusack enters this movie. And you don't really see John Cusack till the very end. So again, it's all about Cusack's voice, and basically he's got to play this naughty thing, and not make one note, or he's going to kill his wife, he's going to kill him, anyone who comes close to him, like Alex Winters, he's like henchman. And it's like a Chinese puddle box. John Cusack has basically made this piano to hide something in that no one knew about, and he doesn't play this masterpiece, one of the hardest things to ever play. You can't open the box, and it's just like, can Elijah Wood finish it? He's feeling the stress, he's feeling the pressure. And credits to Elijah Wood for this movie, mind, because you're watching it and you're like, I mean, he's just fucking zoned out. I mean, he's got all the finger techniques done. Some of the camera work's really good, especially bouncing the light off the piano, upward shots, downward shots, scope shots. It's just, I mean, there's a bit where you realise that Alex Winters is like a bad motherfucker, and it's like a shot, and you've got like, you can see Elijah Wood on the stage down there, and then you got this corridor, and you kind of think like for a while that's the shot, and then this one starts zooming in. It's a very clever. I think, oh, really good. Especially it's like, you know, there's a lot of, he's playing away and he's talking and all that, and there's a lot to get across. It's brilliant artwork. I absolutely fucking love this one. So yeah, Grand Piano comes in at number 9. Hello Tapeheads was a bit bonkers. By far, Grand Piano is the one that's absolutely blown my head off. I would be telling a lot of people to check out Grand Piano in the future. But again, that's what's brilliant about the good, the bad, and the what the fucks, because you can kind of see why John Cusack took this, because John Cusack has worked for about a week on this. He would have came in, maybe it was 2 days doing his voice, and maybe it's 2 days, 1 day in rehearsal, 2 days his film stuff, maybe it's 3 max, done, you know. So yeah, what a film, brilliant. So we're back for number 10. I haven't decided what number 10 is, but as I say, I've started filming Corey Feldman, which might have to be a Corey Haim. And I need to double check because Arrow might be creeping back. But I was just watching The Burbs as a safe haven. Whenever I decide to start the Arrows, I can always go The Burbs because I know that film off by heart. Right, see you in the next one. Hello, and welcome to the final entry for John Cusack. Number 10, Goonies map. Right, I'm literally running around a headless chicken, just done a massive unboxing for the Goonies and Beetlejuice. It's fucking everywhere. Look at all the stuff you get with it. And there's just stuff everywhere. Right, so last night, the final one is Must Love Dogs. Me and Britt watched this. Looks like Jake on that. Totally. So I was expecting the dog to die, and I was like, oh god, they're going to have a love for dogs. I didn't know anything about it. Absolutely loved it. Really funny. And Brittany fell asleep by the end of it. Diane Lane, pretty much her life's over, and at the same time John Cusack's life's over. They're both separated from the partners, and they're looking to get back in the game. John Cusack's apartment in this is fucking mint. Like, studio body. He's got a fascination in building boats. A lot of their familiar faces in the background. Christian Plummer's in this and stuff, but John Cusack's basically looking for love and answers an ad online. Well, his friends get involved. And the meet doesn't really go well at first at the Must Love Dogs website, and they basically sort of like bump into each other and they both go separate ways, and the whole film sort of does that for a while. And it doesn't really do the whole you got mail kind of thing. I think it breezes along, like Lake House and that. It sort of breezes. I would put it in that, you know. I think the works. John Cusack is just fucking golden. He always is. He's just class. I wouldn't say it was a laugh out loud comedy. It's definitely not a bad movie. It's not the what the fuck movie. It's a nice installment into the John Cusacks to show that he is the romantic type. You can kind of see him, like, you know, there's bits where he is all black and John Cusack. But just like for the dog, for the muscle of a dog, there's quite a tale. I mean, the dog's not even hers, and it's pictured on the front and back. As I say, they've got the crazy fans. But yeah, it's a bit edgy. It's 12. There's a few dark bits in it. But yeah, John Cusack, entry number 10. I really need to do this quick, guys. I really apologise. So that was Muscle of Dogs. Definitely recommend watching it. It's not a bad movie. Next up, I'm just going to grab these as they were. Grand Piano. I haven't shut up about this film since I've seen it. Absolutely loved it. You kind of, like, when you're talking about it, you kind of don't want to spoil it. One of John Cusack's best movies I've seen in a while. Even though he's pretty much not in the movie, it's just his voice. He does the whole Kiefer Sutherland phone booth. Elijah Wood is really good in it. Elijah Wood does not get enough credit for how good he is, especially you see the kid in Back to the Future 2 when he says he's got the little hat on and you think, one day you're going to be huge. And really? Yeah, really. Next up, Tapeheads. DVDs on the top. Not sure about that. Really loved that, especially the origins of that. And it's been really cool to see 3 films. Quite a lot of John Cusack films I haven't seen. I don't think I've actually seen any of these. I don't think I had. I don't remember anything about money. So that's an I need to count these just in case it's a curveball. All here's 8 out of 10 men. So yeah, Tapeheads. Really enjoyed it. 8 out of 10 men. Again, whichever way around that was. Really long. If you're not a fan of baseball or anything like that, I wouldn't say it was an amazing movie. It's definitely not a what the fuck movie. It's a good part of the time. It was a steering direction though. If you look at John Cusack, because he was, you know, he basically became this underdog heartthrob. You know, especially if you look at him in 16 Candles, it's just been really the kid in the background to how iconic he was with One Crazy Summer. Say Anything, that, and which will come later on in the series. And then by the time he gets to the 90s, he's popping up in This Is My Father and stuff, to then see how well he can break the fourth wall, Grosse Pointe Blank. So you can kind of see, you know, he takes on the serious roles and he delivers, you know what I mean? It's bangable. Want to do this movie? Nah, pay me more money. Done. You know what I mean? He is a great actor. And while we're talking on about that and stuff I don't physically have in my hands, Adult World, haven't shut up about that. I was trying to convince Brittany to buy it last night. She was like, haven't you seen it now? She loved it. But I was like, right, just own it because I want to have a John Cusack collection. Like the rest, gotta have them all. But yeah, so that's the first 5 as well. So it's great to see films that I hadn't seen. Out of the first 5 though, definitely 8 out of 10 men is one that I was like, right, it's not really much to shout about. Number Station, definitely a bad film. And this film was quite boring. I can't even remember what happens. There's numbers. He's an agent. She chases him. Is there a bit of a twist in this one or not? Oh, Liam Cunningham's in this one, that's right. Nah, I'm going to put that in the bad one. Sorry, Liam. Sorry. Hate me. Next one, River Runs Red. Yep, the newest of John Cusack's. Not his last, Never Grow Old, which is a cowboy film, which I didn't buy because it was all expensive. And now you just can't seem to find anywhere. It was the one after this. Back with the John Cusack hat. I think it was really good. I think he delivers a great supporting role again. Turns up for a couple of weeks filming. That's all you need. Paycheck. Again, you got to do it. So yeah, not bad, but you'll probably see that around quite often. Next up, City Hall. To show you John Cusack can really act. Al Pacino coming off the back end of The Godfathers and stuff like that. Where's he going to go? He's settling these dramatic roles. Al Pacino was going to sell seats at that era anyway. And it's a great... It's great for John Cusack, to be honest with you. Right. And so, I mean, how many is this so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're right. We're at 10. Money for Nothing. I always thought this was going to be a laugh out loud comedy. It's a very drained drama. What would you do if you find the money? Even though John Cusack's something creepy as fuck. Massive cast in this. There's a lot of cast. I would recommend it to watch, but I wouldn't say, I mean, it just fits that, but I think it could have been, I think they should have went for more of the comedy in it. It's a very serious movie about what have you found about the money. And last but not least, The Grifters. The one Casper said buy it. Had been released before on Blu-ray. Now we can John Cusack looking down. As I said, this was the first one on the black label. It's the first edition. It's weird. John Cusack, con men. Like he's sleeping with his mom, she stabs him and all this kind of weird shit. It was alright, but that was the fucking weird one. So yeah, jump cut. This is the outtakes. Yeah, it's late. Lots to do. See the outtakes. What's your review of Tapeheads?
Hello from Bread Bowl. Am I doing this now?
Well, tomorrow I'll probably be a bit too late since I'm holding the camera up right now.
Oh my god, man.
Gotta think like Tapeheads could be spontaneous.
It was awesome. I've just finished watching it. I've just online shopped for the vinyl soundtrack.
The cover doesn't do it justice. I was gonna have it.
Like, honestly, that looks like I've made it at home. I haven't.
We
I
need
promise.
to have a look to see if we can get the VHS of that.
We need to get the VHS. We need the vinyl soundtrack because Ordinary Man is such a tune. Some scenes, I think Tim Robbins and John Cusack just decided to do what the fuck they wanted. Very funny, brilliant comedy, brilliant actors and actresses. Sorry, I'm tired.
He's read the chicken song.
You are?
The chicken song.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I love the fact that Tim Robbins is so passionate and nerdy about filming as well. I'm just used to him being in Shawshank. It's the only other thing I've seen him in. So seeing him in this was like, what?
You never seen Howard the Duck?
Oh shit, yeah, I've seen Howard the Duck. Yeah, but yeah,
He's in High Fidelity as well with John Cusack.
I'm on about Tim Robbins.
Aye. He's in High Fidelity.
Oh.
He's the boyfriend, the one who comes into the shop.
Got the worst memory for a 30-year-old. But no, I always know him as Shawshank, so yeah.
Radio, that was good enough. Glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
He's an outtake for John Cusack. We're in the future. No, we're not. We're in the new house, maybe. Hint, hint, hint. But yeah, Tapeheads. Get back to Arcadia. Where was I just I? Where was Abraham at there? Wow, where was I just I? Right, okay, so hopefully this is... hear it. Top marks of packaging, like, went absolutely nuts with the tape. I mean, I just stick it in a jiffy bag, fold it once, wrap it with plastic. This isn't the retro VHS. This is the outtake for John Cusack, but this will be in retro VHS. I need to go and find a knife, so jump cut. Dun, 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 dun. So, top marks for packaging. Wow. Wow. He has literally just packaged it in paper. Wow. So bubble wrap in paper and literally just paper, the tape, that's all he's wrapped that in. Wow. I mean, cheap way. I don't know, see, this is absolutely mental. Obviously buzzing about Tapeheads at the start of this. I still haven't watched number 10 at this point. So we've got choices of Love and Mercy, War Inc., Max, Reclaim. The one, was it in the last one? There was an outtake in the last video of the Friends. Must Love Dogs. And that's it, that's my choice. That is my choice of Johnny C. Cusack films. So yeah. Wow, look at this one. Cool. Right, so this is Tapeheads. I actually love this film, mainly because of how well it's done. Jump cut. Action. Yeah, I actually had this out for the Corey Feldman. I've started filming the Corey Feldman, the Good, the Bad, and the What the Fox. I had this out for there. This is perfect because this is Tapehead style. So yeah, I actually loved it because coming from like the background of low budget independent music videos, although I don't direct that much, one a year. I just don't have time. Literally, I finished work at 7 o'clock. I've literally just got home at 9:15. Fair enough, I've just been running the house, like. But again, it's like, right, what do I need to do now? Have a poo, have a bath, sleep, watch a bit of Deadwood, maybe eat a lollipop, and then back to work. Yeah, but yeah, I actually love this film. I've never seen it. I still remember seeing it in the pound. That story of going around. It was the new Tesco's. But the RCA, going back all the way to Ghostbusters, Tapeheads, John Cusack, doesn't even name check them on the box, it's that old. John Cusack, Tim Robbins, Tapeheads, just loved it. That's fucking class. It's in lush condition as well. Circled off at the bottom, it's got the logo, 88 minutes. Inside, nice and clean, RCA, Columbia. That's for £3, I feel like I robbed the guy, because being a VHS collector like myself, that is an absolutely amazing condition for an ex-rental. And that is Tapeheads. Obviously there's been an overlay, but that's awesome. Right, this is not the last outtake. I'll be ending the video and I'll be like, damn it! It should have been the last outtake, but yeah, see you in the next outtake. Jump cut. There is a roll outtakes, and I just spoiled the reveal of what the outtake is. Or I don't even know. This outtake might only exist. Between the good, the bad, and the what the fucks, there's a few outtakes and Tapeheads. Right, click to the UK. So this is a UK bought DVD.
Where's the UK?
Down, 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 along. And again. Down, 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 down. And again.
What even is life?
There you go, the very last one. I mean, I don't think we'd have a problem if that was the first one buying it in the UK. Most Loved Dogs outtake.
And now, the end is here.